dum, dum, dum. Dum, dum. Hey guys, what's going on? Stage. There you are, Stefanos. I don't know if I got sound or not because
Yeah, you got sound. You're good. You're good.
I'm up in the Great White North here. A special deer hunting week stream. Anyways, got people coming in now. People are complaining that the intro was too long, so that's why I shortened it up. If you guys want to share this out, what are we going to be talking about tonight?
I don't know. There's recordings that have surfaced of how the UOF has told everyone with all these influencers that are there what they're supposed to do, how to attack animal rights groups, how to go after people who are shutting them down and exposing their grift. All for the benefit of them to expand their audience base and gain trust in the public. So should be an interesting one.
So you got this unsolicited video. It's been kept quiet. You want to play it? You want to share it out for our audience? See what people think about it?
Yeah, I'd have to pull it up here, but yeah, that's one of them. There's also a phone recording with the police apparently calling Blake and cautioning him about basically doxing a CFIA's agents and I guess there's a whole bunch of other posts that reported to the police of speaking about gang raping their wives. Like these guys are totally whack jobs. Like they've attacked that old lady there, dumped gas on her. They got arrested there. That guy got arrested. And then Katie and everybody is trying to say that no, he wasn't from there. But then she forgot she made a video saying that that guy was removed from the property immediately. So that kind of backfired in their face doing that one. So there's all sorts of craziness, man. There's tons of craziness going on. These people, like, it's almost like Trump derangement syndrome, except it's ostrich derangement syndrome.
So are they pets or are they not pets? What were they injected with? When did this start? 2020. They've been running this business since what was it, mid 90s? One of the owners, I believe, was it one of the owners of the ostrich farm or one of the other organizations that's tied into this thing? Criminal charges, stock market fraud manipulation.
Yes, I seen there's a video on that too, and explains it gives a nice chronological timeline of all the grifting and I don't know if you want to call them scams or whatever from the very start. It's crazy, right up to the sale of birds and delaying the sales so they could get more money out of them.
So Hashem thinks it's COVID 2.2, 2.0.
It could be. You never know.
Yeah, so and what really irks me is that they're using the PCR tests, which we know are not accurate. We don't know what cycle rates they're using them at. And I have heard that there's been other people getting different types of tests done, but I haven't seen those results yet. So
Yeah, there
until we
was
see,
in the court papers. You'll see that over the years there have been several tests done. Several times their birds have been dying from different types of stuff, but also it came to light at the appeal where they didn't challenge, and I keep telling everybody they didn't challenge because they know the birds are sick. They're going to test positive. That don't matter if it's a PCR or anything. And they even admit it themselves on their fundraising site. They say that the birds are sick and they're losing 3 to 4 birds a day. So the birds are sick. They're well aware of it. They know this. And apparently there were people who were at the farm where they found a certain strain of avian flu that goes all the way to the states and everything, and you know, a different type, I guess, maybe a mutated strain. I don't know what the hell it is. What do I know? I'm not a scientist, but
I
uh,
heard it was the exact same strain that was up in
right, correct. But it ended up over there. I don't know how it would end up over there. Is it from other birds? Did they sell some of their birds down there? I don't know, but it has infected humans, and people who were at the UOF's place there got blood tests on themselves and found that that was in their bloodstream. So this is so crazy. You know what, Ed? I always say, what a wicked web we weave when we attempt to deceive, and boy, oh boy, is this a big web.
Yeah, I like what JJ says. So anti-vaxxers come out to protest the farm making shit for more jabs. Exactly. So
Yeah, and everybody, like the free dumb people who were supposedly, they were supposedly anti-jabs. How many court cases? How many people do we see in court saying that it doesn't exist? It's not real. They have no uh, evidence on it and everything. But then all of a sudden, everybody's running to the jabs. And as a matter of fact, our special little friend Kelly, she had played a video, I remember, where she was trying to school us and stuff. But she's a citiot. She doesn't know anything about farming. I'm a farmer. I'm a real farmer. So I know about all this avian shit since we were poultry business for all these years. And they she used a video that I had seen on the Rockefeller Foundation's website. And this was to promote jabs, how to get people to get back into getting the jabs and everything. So, and what words to use and all this crap. And you got this stupid little video of the COVID virus and all this crap. It's the same video. So it just tells you what these people are doing. And, completely untrustworthy. You can't take a
okay,
belief.
so right now it's only hearsay. Play the recording if you can.
Oh yeah, hold on. Sorry, I forgot about that.
Can you put it up to the microphone or something?
No, I'll bring it up. I'll share screen. Just hold on a minute.
All right. I don't think Kelly will be showing up tonight. I think she got hammered pretty bad last week. But you know what? Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and right now in this country, we still have the choice of having these discussions and bringing different points, different facts, and freedom of choice, freedom of discussion, freedom of thought. Kelly's can think any which way she wants, and we argue these things out, and hopefully, in the end, we find the truth of the matter. Okay, Stefanos, you got that thing? If we can't take criticism, how do we know we're getting to the core of the issue? Just because someone has a strong belief, somebody else may have another strong belief. Somewhere in between is the truth, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But there's a big difference between truth and
And
just
propaganda?
and propaganda bullshit. And we've shown fact. We've shown court documents. So that's the truth. We've shown their own evidence. Period.
Kelly says she posted the audio.
Okay, I got it up here. Hold on. Let me try to share screen this stuff. Let me see. Hold on. Oh,
Well, if it's just an audio track, play it on your phone if you can, and
no,
just
it's
put your.
not an audio track. It's on a YouTube.
Just can you play the YouTube video on your phone?
No, I'm not on my phone. I'm on my computer. But I'll bring up the YouTube. Just hold on.
Kelly, unfortunately, I'm way past Bancroft. I barely got cell signal. I'm hot spotting from a phone that if I move the phone an inch or two from the left to the right, I lose signal and speed and everything. So this I'm on very shaky ground as far as having internet here at all. Has anyone seen a new video coming out of China showing people dropping from a new virus? Here we go again. I knew they were going to try to lock us down again.
All right, Ed, is it up? Is it up
Yeah,
on
it's up.
All right, I'll play it. Let's see what happens.
I don't hear anything. Did you click the share audio?
Farmers
Really?
and there's
Yep, it's good. It's gone.
and you can put together a press kit that has all of the documents that verify the things that you're going to be saying that basically you can do posts, videos of your face telling the story, but then you also put it into a press kit, all of your documents that you're allowed to share and just show, and then also like where the proceeds of the fundraising money is going. That's another big one. So number one is just building trust and transparency. You can put together a press kit with everything. You can show everybody where their money went and what you guys are about, and that is going to be 90% of your problem here. And then from there, moving forward, working with other farmers, they'll come to you because you represent. It's just that the trust symbols never were showing from the beginning, and it sowed fear, seeds of division right off the bat.
Seeds of division.
Seeds of division, because you had other people who were being paid come in and pick you apart, and you guys had no ability to deal with them. So I think that's the beginning, and working with other farmers will come naturally once your guys' image and your reputation is sort of turned around so that it's more trustable.
How do we shame the animal rights groups into helping save innocent lives?
The animal rights groups will not get involved. They won't get involved because A, is political, and B, because this was an operating meat farm at one point. So that's why they're not saying anything. I would give up on the animal rights groups. There's the Freedom Group. That's way bigger. They're the most active people. They're ready to die for this country. The Freedom Group, you have the most powerful group in this country. It's just that they're divided because they don't trust you, because there's not enough transparency. But I think setting the record straight, like those are just steps, and you just watch it slowly to come around. You'll see little things make a huge difference. Huge difference. And like in this field, we call them trust symbols. So it's like you could apply it in a different way to this, where it's trust building things, so people know, oh, these people are legit. Like they're really getting screwed. Like, wow, look at the government, what they're doing. Well, we have to stand up. But if they're like, well, who are these people and what are they missing out? It doesn't all add up, or they hear different things. They're hearing so much other different stuff. They just don't know what to believe or don't really know what's happening. So our main focus is going to be on what we call crisis relation management. That's this, and that's fixing your rep and silencing the ones that are actively harming you still. That's where we're going to start. That creates a completely different environment for anyone else who wants to work with you, come forward, anyone who's just figuring it out. Then, you become a trusted source of information. So that's the beginning. And then there's other things we do, but this is our main thing, is quieting the voices of people who slander you for no reason and getting your information out. And also really all of these main concerns about transparency and all the things that we went over. And I'll show you in your group posts, I'll show you the reoccurring theme in all the Facebook posts, just so you guys can see like the repeating themes of what people are asking for. And then that's where we're going to focus right now. And it's easy to fix some of that. Yeah, and then moving forward, once you've got yourself in a good position where if someone says, well, what about this? And you can be like, you know what, we've already addressed that. You can go refer to this document. We have nothing to hide. Go check it out. Then they don't have anything what do they say to you after that? They got nothing to say. And so you empower yourself too, so you're not being a victim to ongoing lies.
So people like shadow being beneficial?
Like any influencer can take your message and spread it.
Yeah.
And that's good. That's good. But the message has to be unified and clear now. Like there has to be everything that you say moving forward has to come back to the CFA, government overreach, and the your mission of changing the policies. And so every social media post needs to be reviewed by someone. I've volunteered some of my time, and this is almost like a team would need to do this, but I will do as much as I can. But you have to have another person review it so that they can make sure that every message now coming forward that you send out is in perfect alignment with what you said and with your values and your mission. And so that's a really important part of damage control as well. It's consistency in your messaging. Because we're not going to make it about the birds and like, oh, there's Fred and there's Georgina and like they're cute, but that's an emotional thing. Some people like animals, but when you say the CFIA is going to stomp out all our farmers,
if anyone wants
that's a whole different
toast,
thing. That's a more powerful message.
What was that, Carolyn?
If someone wants to start the toast, they can.
Yeah, that's the message that people need to hear. That it's unifying. That's a call out.
Yeah,
What am I even doing?
Well.
Imagine that. You know,
crisis management, follow the plan. We don't really care about the birds. She said that in there. We're going after the CFIA and government overreach. So they hit on all the points. This is totally controlled. And that is one damning, and I mean damning, recording. And that was who? That was the, who was that speaking? The mom or the daughter?
That's Katie Pasitny speaking. And you know what's really amazing is all these suckers fell right for it. There are 400 birds and they all have names. They're our pets. Well, where the fuck is Johnny and Sheila? And where the hell did all of them guys go when at the end of the day it was only like 100 and something birds that they had there? But it makes sense though, because you know this is why they try to make that fake narrative that the CFIA was killing them already and taking them out, because on their donation page they're losing 3 to 4 birds a day. So how many birds did they really lose? Who the hell knows? And is that the actual numbers? Who the hell knows?
Well, I also know that their offer was at $3,000 to $5,000 per bird, and those guys wanted something like $96,000 per bird.
Yeah, and that's actually in this recording where they she says, you know, she didn't want they were supposed to call them themselves. She didn't have a problem with doing that, but she just didn't agree with the price they gave her. She didn't think that was a fair price that they gave her. So, you know, let's damn them to the different death they got instead.
Look at this. Hope the First Nation Indians to that area take these organizations and these people to court over wasted taxpayer money. Animal rights violations causing other farmers in the area to not be able to farm, sell eggs, cheese, fruits, veggies. So yeah, that's happening.
Yeah, and you know what, Ed? On top of it, the animal cruelty is 100% right, because one, they didn't even have a license, so they're operating without a license. So was that even a legal biolab that was operating out of there, having foreign actors from Japan coming in, injecting them with God knows what? We don't know what the hell they injected them with. Remember, they made a big stink about those people from China who were caught bringing things into the country, different viruses, and Japan just didn't get caught with these guys. So there's a big, huge problem there. And when they inject those birds, they've said with their own words, some of them got sick and died just from the injections. That's fucking animal cruelty, period. Like, where's the animal cruelty charges? That's what I want to see come on to them.
Well, if there had been a licensed biolab, which is what they should have been, they would have had protocols to follow, which weren't being followed. Remember when this all began, it all started with the CFIA catching wind of what was going on, dead birds being buried. and then they asked them to put up the nettings so that the ducks wouldn't come into contact with them. It may have been too late at that point.
It's open air, right? So it's in contact with it. Not only ducks, birds, whatever the hell. It's going to contaminate the shit out of the whole environment at that point.
Yep. And then the way the cull was handled, 500 bullets to shoot a couple hundred birds, and these guys are professional marksmen. I beg to differ.
Yeah, me too. I could have got that job done with one shot.
301.
Yeah, something like that. Not even however many there was, but yeah, the numbers I've heard, and again, I don't know how many shots there really were, but I've heard it's been 900 to 1,000. So, those aren't professional marksmen. Fuck, I could shoot farther than that. Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
They're probably getting paid by the bullet. Anyways, another thing that also bothered me, after they shot these birds, they left them in the fields for a couple of days. And apparently they had to come back the next morning and kill the few that were wounded, not really killed. So that's animal cruelty. The CFIA is totally guilty of certain crimes. And why these birds weren't killed effectively, immediately, they could have been gassed, they could have been injected. There's many ways to take these things down, which have been more humane. And why do they leave the carcasses out to rot for a couple days? Like, what the hell's wrong with these people? If it's really a biohazard that they claim, they should have some kind of way of incinerating these birds so it wouldn't spread into the environment.
Well, that's what they do with the poultry, Ed. When they take them out, they burn them right on site. That's how they were doing it.
Hang on, off-site or on-site?
On site, right on site. They would burn them right there in a pile. That's how they were doing it when I was in the industry there with our farm, and so there's no need to. And even that stupid hay. Why are they spreading the hay all over the place? And trust me, I'm not for the CFIA. People might think I am. I'm not. What I'm about is exposing grifting. And grifting, Canada's in a real tough spot right now, and everybody in Canada is suffering. So the effects of this going on how it was, this battle, what was it, about a year-long battle, it's affected our own our whole poultry business, and you have some stupid people trying to come up with these dumb arguments of, well, our poultry is not allowed to be shipped out, so all these countries started rejecting. It's just like the mad cow disease. Remember, it really screwed our beef industry, and really it was the U.S. that had the infection, not Canada. But this is kind of the same thing, except they were going, oh no, look, these real experts that don't know shit from their ass in a hole in the ground because they're idiots, probably never left the city in their life, and they're like, no, this is just from this area and that area. They can't take them on. No, idiots. Those are the area where the poultry farms are. What do you think? There's a poultry farm every 10 feet down the freaking road? No, they're in pockets. That's how it is. So this is the mentality, and not only the mentality, but this is also the way we were hearing in the grifting video there on how to counter everybody when you're exposing what's really going on. So they would come up with these great answers. Oh, let's just bring it down to a pocket here or bring it to a pocket there. No, there's not that many poultry farms in Canada, a lot less than what people think, clear across Canada. So, then they're trying to claim in the video, they don't even know the numbers. 1 billion have been killed. Millions have been killed. This has been killed. They don't even know what the fuck has been killed. And this is a big problem. And again, this is why I tell people, research, get your freaking facts straight, and dig through everything. You'll find the truth right out there. And I'll urge people, most of all, to look at the UOF's own evidence. That's what's damning. You can tell me anything you want, but when it's damning like that, and you've entered evidence, people are like, No, this wasn't for vaccines or anything. But if you look at the funding, so from that other company, and this is the other thing, the other company, Karen Esperson, is part owner. She's co-owner of it.
Yeah, they took what, $13 million in federal funding.
It's
from
more
the federal
than,
government.
It's more than that if you add everything up. If you look at all the funding they got, but on that funding paper that we showed on the last time on the show, you'll see right at the very top, because they're like, no, we're trying to make COVID natural remedies. No, it says right up top for vaccines. But you see, this is the sheep, and this is why they tell them they put the package together to get the social media influencers to repeat this crap, and then it's all just repeated. It's a script, straight up, run straight up, and people are weak-minded and they're easily brainwashed, and they're freaking lazy above all, that even when the evidence is right in front of them, they still refuse to see it. They put the blinders on. No, we're not going to believe it.
Well, I don't know what else to say about this. I want to cut this stream short. I'm feeling under the weather. I got lousy internet. People are complaining they don't like how my hair's done, so that's why I put the hunting hat back on.
Put your hair back.
No, it's hunting hair. What am I gonna do? Bubba's tired. She wants to go to sleep because she was chasing deer today. Do people in Canada not know every province and territory wrote UNDRIP into their provincial and territorial laws, and then Canada wrote it UNDRIP into Canadian law? All new resources contracts made provincially are with UNDRIP, and then it get federally turned into UNDRIP. Awesome. All right. Anything else we can add to tonight?
God, I don't know. It's just, how people fall for this grift is unbelievable. It's beyond me. And look at the uproar just from the propaganda they spread. Look at the uproar. But look at this stuff. Look at the state of Canada. Look at what Kim's bringing up with the UN drip in UNDRA. And look at what state Canada is in. Because with that ruling in BC, it's deleted all of Canada and everything. There's like nothing there. And it's like we've been deleted. It's been erased, because once your crown patents are deleted, or letters patent also known, that's it. Everything that Canada was built on, private property, municipalities no longer exist. The country of Canada doesn't exist now. Nothing. Even the native treaties, they're by patent. So if the patents mean nothing and the patents are deleted, then nothing exists. It's a free-for-all. Russia can make a grab for the Yukon and everything, and they had treaties with the natives also. So that's all gone. The U.S. can come up and take us. Donald Trump knows this, and he knows it because he even said that a 49th parallel no longer exists. So he knows. He's not lying at all. And Russia, if they want to grab northern Canada, they can do it with a legitimate legal land claim, because they are entitled. It's gone. Everything's been deleted. That was their land. People don't know this. They don't know the history of Canada. They don't know shit. They don't know what even letters patent or crown land patent grants are. So this is what they've managed to pull here. This is what they've done. When they were saying you will own nothing and be happy, they weren't kidding. This is why mortgages are not being renewed or given out, because literally you don't even have to freaking pay your mortgage now, because you don't own the place. Why would you pay your property tax or your mortgage if you don't own it? You will own nothing, and no, you won't be happy. You'll be real quite miserable. That's the whole fucking thing. That's what people don't understand, and why this appeal on that ruling needs to be overturned, and real quick.
Yeah. So what people don't realize is in communism,
Sorry, Kim, I didn't know I said indigenous. Sorry if I did. It just flew out. Indians, sorry.
Anyways, people don't realize that in communist countries, private property rights are always one of the first things they go after. First is religion, then it's private property rights, because the state owns everything. It's number one. You look at communism all through the world, property rights, private property rights, they're high up on the list. And they're coming after ours. Anyways, if you look at this stupid ostrich bullshit, this scam, planned scam at that, well orchestrated, it divided the freedom groups, got people arguing with amongst themselves. Meanwhile, very few people are talking or looking at Bill C2, C9, C8, 263, which is also being reintroduced. And you've got conservative MPs walking across the floor to join the liberals, communist liberals, and now they're going to have a majority soon. And some people predicted full-blown communism in Canada by Christmas. It's actually starting to look like it might actually happen. There's only another 5 weeks to go. They might actually pull it off.
Yeah, and it's remember, the only thing that was keeping all of this away from happening was private property rights and constitutional rights. And I believe this was a purely activist ruling, and that's what it was to me, anyways, personally. And that was to erase everything, because once everything's erased, that's it. We got nothing. We own nothing. So the country itself doesn't even exist.
So I'm going to leave you with this one thought. If the government was doing nothing wrong, why would they come after illegal gun owners' guns? Answer me that question. I'm going to leave that with the thought for the night. Guys, if you found any value in this stream, share it out. We'll see you guys next Thursday. I'm going to leave it a short one because think about what we just discussed tonight. You heard it live from Katie Pasitny. And time to get active. C2, Bill C2, C8, C9, Bill C263. We got to get busy and forget about these ostriches.
Yeah, forget him, because look at the state of the country.
Yeah.
If you guys put an eighth of the energy you put those stupid birds, this country would be a much different landscape right now than it is.
Yeah. All right, guys. Later. Thanks for tuning in. Share this out again. Ciao.